What's up, party people? What are we doing? We got a little bit of a new setup behind me. Spent the better part of today cleaning up the basement, making little changes to my area. The lighting's a little bit different, but we will do with that what we can. Get a little bit closer to this microphone. We're going to talk about week number 8, and then we're going to talk about week number 9. It's Saturday. It's almost 11 o'clock on the East Coast, and I'm drinking coffee. And I could tell that time with my watch here. I got a nice G-Shock. Never had one before. Not much of a watch guy. Don't know about you. But before I start talking to you or whoever's watching, I should, you know, log into my channel here and join the chat. There we go. Let me mute my dumb self. Yes, 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 yes. Mute. All right. I am logged in. I'm ready to go. I am feeling saucy. Where do we start? So week 8 is the first week that I believe we did the full week of, and only full week of, changing simulation with the sliders, where we didn't reset them. And I felt that it did a good job. Still some, you know, craziness of interceptions. Some people got a little angry that um, Russell Wilson threw 3 pick sixes. It happens. I don't remember this many pick sixes. I don't know if it's the sliders we're in, or just the sliders I had last year in Madden 24 were just played a little bit better. I don't know. I feel like that's the only big big problem I have is the interceptions. Just, maybe this, and then the sacks. But we're doing what we can, trying to fix it. I feel like it was a little bit better. Sacks still a little high. I'm interested to see if Madden kind of evens things out. I mean, we got teams that started 4-0 that are now 0 in their last 4. So, and we'll see if some guys rise and some guys fall as far as stats go. Be interested to see what happens there. I can still hear myself on that. All right. Anyway, I'd like to shout out my man Alex again. Alex brought up something I did not know, and I haven't done yet, and am keeping on the back burner as far as teams aren't running enough. Now, I still have most teams in playbooks that run, and there are some teams that are in playbooks that run. They still aren't running. And he brought up that if you go into practice mode, this is just tedious. If you go into practice mode, that you can save the audibles and then it will transfer over. The only problem I have with that is, like, I got teams in the AFC and the NFC in the same playbook. So if I change one, change the other. And usually, in my experience, one team is running the ball in that playbook fine, and the other team in the same playbook on the other conference is not running the ball enough. And I don't want to change a playbook for one team and not the other. So it's just something on the back burner I have. So if there's a team I have that's not running enough, but it's in a playbook that's not being used by another team, I will try that. Other than that, I'm trying as much things as I can. I am seeing teams run more. I am seeing home teams winning more, which is good. So that makes me happy. And yeah, let's kick it off with talking about the Commanders and the Cowboys. Oh, another thing, big shout out to the Falcon fans. They are still watching all my videos, especially the ones that include the Falcons. It was actually a really good week for my numbers. I mean, I know you guys don't care. doing the whole YouTube thing is a game in itself. Trying to get discovered and play the algorithm thing, and I'm not trying to like steal anyone's shit. And but anyway, I try to. It's like I said, a game. Play the algorithm game and see how I can get things to trend in my favor with titles. That's a big thing is titles. If you're into YouTube and making your own videos, title is very important. And there's a million gurus out there, and title and thumbnail are the most important thing. And anybody tells you any other information or tries to sell you on some shit, whatever. Be yourself. That's what I'm trying to do. Try to be myself and try to do something that I care about and I have fun with. This was just something I did on my own, and I decided to make it into a YouTube channel. Um, so I'm not trying to be Mr. Beast or anybody else. I'm just trying to be me. Um, yeah. So let's talk about Week 8, the Cowboys and Commanders. Thanks again, Alex. Also, I had a lot of Eagles fans check out my videos. They did not stick around and watch the Eagles game enough. Oh, I should like write out a plan for this, but we do this live. I asked a question. I got no replies. A couple questions. What are things that I can do to improve this? I know now, as I was just talking about the playing the algorithm YouTube title, thing, which players' names or teams are, getting views for me and which aren't. But I'm sticking to. I'm putting every team, every game, every player out there. But I'm wondering if the ones that aren't getting enough views, those teams, if I should cut those videos up and only make get their videos are like anywhere from 50 to 55 minutes long, almost an hour if they go to overtime or throw too much. Would you be more interested in watching those if I cut them up into 10 to 20 like just important drives? Let me know that. And then I knew this going into doing this that this might be a problem, and I finally had someone in a very mean way complain about Kate Scott and whatever that Brock guy's name is, their commentary. And I think you can turn it off. I don't really care. I actually I like her more than I like him. But I also in my head I'm like, who wants to listen to the other two all the time? So if you guys want me to change that and you think that's hurting my channel or that's hurting your experience, you only want to hear the two broadcast crews and not one that features a female. I understand, and I will turn it off. But for now, I don't. It doesn't bother me. It just they all say the same shit over and over again, and yeah. But if it'll help your viewership, your experience, I'm all about doing it for you. If not, doesn't matter. Then we'll keep it. All right. So the Cowboys are really struggling. Really struggling. Prescott got hurt, and Joe Milton had to come in, and that led to them not really being able to run the ball at all. Big changes for Dallas in week number 9. I believe I gave Jadon Blue some more run in the shotgun, and actually I think that helped Javante Williams. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, but they are not doing very well. And I put them back in week 9. I put Dallas back into Dallas offense, and we're trying a different scheme. I'm not exactly sure. All about the Commanders here at home on Thursday Night Football. Jaden Daniels looking a lot better. Let's see what we had going on here as far as scheme and changes. Commanders. They ran the ball 18 times with the backs, 3 with the quarterback. They were in vertical zone run. So they've been running a lot more since we changed from. We started off with West Coast power run, then we went to air raid, then pistol, and then finally they are one, two, three. They're 3 wins and 1 loss in the last 4 games since going to vertical zone run, and that is wonderful. And even their defense, Tampa 2, seems to be doing very well for them. Good to see there, Jaden Daniels. Um, I don't know what happened to Eckler. He was very much involved, and now he's not. He's not fat in this game. He's not fat, and he's doing very very well. So that's good to see. Defensively, got a lot of sacks going on here. So I mean, they're playing against a backup, so you would think they would win for sure. So Dallas is awful. They have 1 win. Sorry, Dallas. I'm trying my best, but I just saw what them talking about how Dallas is over under is only 7.5 games. So not even Vegas thinks they're going to do very well this year. My cat's here. And then disappointing result here for Patriots. They really need a win, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, and the top teams, the Dolphins, they're fading. We'll talk about them in a little bit. They're fading. The Patriots can kind of afford to lose game. It's really disappointing here though with Drake May trying to fix him very very hard. Um, they didn't run the ball enough, but Ramondre is very effective. So you need to see the offense do better. Harold Landry with 4 sacks out of nowhere. That's a little cray cray. Mapu with an interception. What do we week 9? We got big changes for them. We're putting them. I had enough. They're not winning. The Patriots were New England multi-power run, and they got a great defense. The New York Giants defense, which is not playing very well, and that's Drake May's problem. So in week 9, they'll be going back to New Orleans, which they were in week 1 and week 2. And part of this is because I want them throwing to Travion Henderson and running with Ramondre Stevenson. So we're going to get that going and see if that works because that was one of their better wins. It was in week 1. So there you go. The Bengals, they are actually in the Giants offense, and Joe Burrow did Joe Burrow things in only 32 attempts, which is good to see. He had his opportunities. They're still not running the ball. Unbelievable. Um, Very annoying. One of the teams just aren't running the ball enough. They're they're off in week 9, so I didn't really have a chance to fix them. They were in the New York Giants West Coast power run and run inside, not running the ball. So we'll probably give them a big scheme change and see if that helps. Jamar Chase was unstoppable. He had an awesome aggressive teabag catch for like, I don't know, 75 yards or something like that. 64, 65, I don't know. So Jamar Chase is very awesome. I mean, at least that makes sense, I guess. Big game from him. Their defense is so good. TJ Slayton getting 2 sacks. This game was Trey Hendrickson, so him and Shamar Stewart are leading the league in sacks. Check out the Bengals defense. It's pretty dang good. And then the Dolphins are fading here. And New York's on a bit of a run. They're in the Atlanta Falcons playbook. The Jets are, and that Jets offense looks pretty good in that offense. But between the Falcons and the Jets, The Atlanta Falcons offensive playbook is playing very well. In the slow sim, the Falcons are fading. Tua, I mean, 300 yards, 39 attempts. They're also not running the ball. They're in Arizona, and Arizona tends to run the ball a lot, and they're not running the ball a lot. So that's not good to see. We're trying to work on that. But they were leading the division. They still are, but they're fading very fast. This is what they do when it starts getting cold out. So some realism there for you. Jets, Justin Fields, only 27 attempts. Good to see. One and one. That's kind of a Justin Fields game, but here you go. This is what he does: 7 rushes, 54 yards, 7.7 yards a carry, 2 rushing touchdowns. Him and Brees Hall putting it all together as a backfield, and Garrett Wilson does a lot with a little. Has a lot of yards on not a lot of catches, so that's great to see. Defense, I believe what it was it Quentin Williams they were missing for a little bit. Forget. But yeah, we're making the necessary changes there. Get the Jets going. Love to see it. And then probably one of the best teams in football, taking on the Texans. Texans are struggling. They're not running the ball. So goddamn annoying. But they are still in the Texas playbook, and they were losing. They're playing a team that controls the ball, takes the ball away. I mean, Colts and their playbook are just great on all levels. Good amount of attempts there for Anthony Richardson passing, 39 passing attempts. Still got 20 rushing attempts of Jonathan Taylor. No touchdowns, 8 carries for Anthony Richardson. Good to see. Alec Pierce, Pittman, Warren, just kind of great. It's a great offense, man. I love the offense, and their defense is playing very well, too. So they're on by in week 9, I believe, and much deserved. I think they have the best record in football. Giants and the Chiefs. This was close for 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter happened. Russell Wilson threw, as I said, like 3 6 picks, going to the flats. Didn't run the ball enough. Just ugly. They're kind of fading a little bit. Um, and then the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes only 27 attempts, 171 yards. That's what happens when your team is picking the ball off and scoring touchdowns. And we got 17 carries out of Isaiah Pacheco. They are not in the Chiefs offense. If you're new here, they are in the Jaguars offense because the Chiefs is banned for life because it throws too much. And we're trying to get realistic rush attempts of some sort. And Isaiah Pacheco looks pretty good. He's on a nice little roll here. So good for the Chiefs. Nobody cares about the Chiefs being good except for Chiefs fans, pretty much. I care because I want everyone to do great. And then you got the Buccaneers on the road. They just had a big upset win, if you want to call it that, against the Lions. And then Baker Mayfield couldn't bring the magic over. They did run the ball 15 times with the running backs, which is good to see. But Philly, um, you know, odd game, shorter field, so it's gonna change some. It's gonna change some, numbers here, but 14 attempts. Jesus Christ, give me a sec. How dare you interrupt this? Um, yeah, it's all about the defense for the Eagles, for sure. You got 2.5 sacks for Nolan Smith, Jalen Hunt, and then if it's not them, it's the rookies. Jihad Campbell. He's got an interception, and he's one of the leaders in sacks on the Eagles. So my birds are doing great. Good to see. They are not in the Philadelphia offense. If you're new here, they are in the LA Chargers because I want to get Barkley running a little bit more. And they're change the offense. They're looking to get Sumer in as a fullback. So we'll see what happens there. And then speaking of the same offense, the very next game, what happened here? A desperate need of a win for the Chargers. Justin Herbert, no interceptions. Leading the league in interceptions is just absolutely crazy. I think we fixed him. He's the first player who had superstar that we took off a superstar in an attempt to fix him, and it looked like it worked very well. Also helped the running backs. Glad McConkey's back. He was hurt. But really, what did it was the interceptions, the defense, specifically Derwin James, picking off a quarterback 6 times. And that quarterback, well, he was one of the best quarterbacks in touchdown to interception ratio, but not so much anymore. Trevor Lawrence is on a really bad run here. They won the first 4 games. He had a great touchdown interception ratio, and then he is. I don't know what the fuck's happening, but he's not doing very well. So there you go. See you in week 9, guys. Hopefully you can get a win. They're 4-4. They were 4-0. They're now 4-4. Cleveland and Minnesota. I'm sorry, Minnesota Viking fans. I'm trying to get them to play good. They have a great team, especially in Madden and overall wise. They're very, very solid. And JJ McCarthy sucks. He sucks. There's nothing I can do. He's not in this offense as much as it runs. Ran 25 times with the running backs and once with McCarthy, and it's just not feeding Justin Jefferson. I might do something in the future. I might put them in a banned playbook that throws a lot when they're home, and put them back in the Minnesota offense when they're on the road, because we got to get Justin Jefferson the ball. And McCarthy's only 70 something, 75 overall, and he might even be lower because he's got a morale negative boost. But one Shedeur Sanders has this team fighting for the division in the wild card, and people hate him. I don't know if they're Browns fans, but I'm being told he will never start. He, you know, people hate him. He's the third. He'll be third on the depth chart. He might be the best quarterback. I don't know, but Cleveland offense doing very well. Defense phenomenal. Good to see 22 carries from Judkins. And Njoku's their best receiving option, not named Jerry Jeudy or Judkins. Fannin, good touchdown there. Love their defense. Mason Graham starting to really come on. I think it's like 3 games in a row. He's got a sack or a sack and a half. And of course, GOK is a beast. Dalpit's amazing. He's got a lot of interceptions. 6'3" beast. So good for the Browns. Um, yeah, Shedeur Sanders is a lightning rod, so you will see his name a lot to get the algorithms going. And then here, very happy for my Atlanta Falcons fans and friends. Atlanta on an absolute roll, and Michael Penix in particular. Let me pause on the Atlanta talk and talk about Panthers. I am trying very desperately to fix Bryce Young. They're in the Panthers offense. They're just not running the ball more enough. I will say that in week 9, they look pretty good. I'm not saying that they won or lost. They played so much better. And the big thing I did in week 9, I'm almost done recording, you will see, is I made a lot of manual depth chart changes, and I will talk about them more in depth when we break down week 9 in the next week's live stream. But specifically for every team, especially if they're not running the ball. If I could, and they had two tight ends, when they're under center and single back, if they have a three wide receiver formation that's condensed, I would put the receiving tight end at a slot, um, receiving spot, and put the blocking tight end at the tight end spot. So it's really a 12 personnel formation, not formation, but 12 personnel package. Duh. McMillan gets hurt in week 9. I will tell you that, and they're better without McMillan. But like Tavian Sanders, um, he's only the tight end now in week 9 in shotgun passing formations, and then he's the slot guy in under center single back as a blocking wide receiver, and it helps. I think it helps. Not all the time. It's not automatically going to increase your carries, but it seemed to be helping. And then let's talk about the team of the hour, the man of the hour, the Atlanta Falcons. And Michael Penix Jr. is absolutely scorching earth. This game got him his third Offensive Player of the Week. And what does that do? Well, in this league, if you put together 3 awards in any week, the first week you get +3 to your awareness. Second week, +5 to your awareness. Third week, doesn't have to be in a row, but the third time you get it. What did I just do? The third time you get +15 awareness, and you get to move up a development. And Michael Penix Jr. earned himself 99 awareness now and superstar status. So we will see how he plays next week, week 9, with superstar abilities. We will see. But right now, he is playing absolutely out of his mind. We are running the ball enough. Darnell Mooney had a big game. Drake London's just steady. Bijan Robinson can't. We're FedEx here, man. We're air and ground. We've got them both going. We are on time and delivering. And Jalen Walker is a fucking monster. He's he's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. Big changes that really helped a couple weeks ago, going back into the Falcons defense. That helped big time. And let's see, we do anything recently? We took Atlanta off pistol and we put them on vertical zone run, and they're running the ball. They are playing so well. Vertical zone run seems to really help playbooks that are struggling. Sometimes it hurts the running, but it does help with the overall performance and winning. It seems like, in my mind, this game, I had to restart. Something happened, very annoying, and I might have cost Chicago a loss. I'm very sorry. We are desperately trying to fix the Bears. The Bears suck. What can I say? Caleb Williams not playing well. We put him his we changed his throwing motion to over the top 4 in week number 8. They're in the Pittsburgh offense because the Detroit offense got banned for not running enough, and yeah, it's it's tough, man. I will tell you that we made a lot of changes in week 9, and it definitely helped him for sure. He's got new superstar abilities we'll go over later. Um, and what else? What else did we do? Oh, we made a lot of the substitutions I mentioned. So when they're in single back, you have the rookie tight end in the slot in a wide receiver spot, right? And then when they're in shotgun, he is the tight end, and then we have their fancy, fast Luther Burden, who's starting to come on in the slot. So it's helping. It's helping for sure. And I think we changed the defensive scheme, but not the defensive playbook. So we didn't do that yet, but we are struggling in Chicago to win. Of course, Pittsburgh's playing very nice. I like keep backing out before I talk to him. I mean, Aaron Rodgers threw 2 interceptions. He's going to do Aaron Rodgers things. They're running the ball enough, but not effectively. Metcalf is an absolute monster. He's one of the best wide receivers in the game statistically and everything. Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin, nice little options there. Defense coming on a little bit. So Pittsburgh's definitely a really good team. And then another team coming on strong here, and another team I am very sorry. I'm trying my best to do what I can, but Seattle, you have a Sam Darnold problem. You're running the ball very, very nicely. You're not passing the ball at all. Seattle and Minnesota, they run the ball no matter what, dude. So you got to be effective with your passes, and they don't have neither of these playbooks right now are on teams that have the greatest quarterbacks, right? And then the Titans are on an absolute roll. But I think they might be running the ball enough. Let me double check here. We might have to ban their playbook. No, no, they're fine. They're actually running the ball very, very effectively. Not only is Cam Moore throwing and playing well, I mean, he has 377 yards on only 31 passing attempts, so that's pretty good. I mean, they're running the ball. Not effectively, but they are running the ball. Traylon Burks had a huge game. Amanor, he's doing very well. Jake's fine. Yeah. Defense is coming on. Very nice. Did I change their defense? Can't remember. Nope, I did not. Still Tennessee. But ever since I moved Tennessee to the spread scheme on offense, they've ran the ball more. There you go. It seems to work a lot with if you have a scrambling quarterback. Tough one here because I love both these teams, Vegas and Denver. I mean, Denver didn't play terrible. Bo Nixon throw like a million interceptions. That's what you like to see. Didn't run the ball enough. That was upsetting. Um, two subpar games in Evan Ingram standards in a row. In a row, yes, in a row. Nick Benito hasn't had less than 1 sack a game, I believe. He's one of the leaders in the league. We kind of expected this. The Raiders, this is Geno's first game back. Did what he had to do. Genty, limited, but still got his 16 carries. Brock Bowers is a freaking. He's so good. Brock Bowers is so good. And the defense really, really teed off here with the sacks. So, good win there for the Raiders. They're hanging. Denver could afford to lose, and the Raiders really needed a win. And then this game, oh my God, it, it didn't finish recording. It it cut off when they hit the game tying field goal in overtime. So no one, I don't think, caught that. But this was a wild game. I guess we'll talk about the Saints playing well. They battled back. They tied it. Alvin Kamara had 3 rushing touchdowns. Shaheed had a big play. The defense is playing really nice. Isaiah Foskey's on an absolute heater. And then the 49ers throwing too much again, but we still got 18 carries out of Christian McCaffrey, so that's good. Ayuk is on fire. But you cannot throw Lenoir's way. He's the leader, I believe, in interceptions now. So good on the 49ers. I I won't mention the fact. No, actually, I guess I am. But this is a good game. It went to overtime. Little bit of a craziness there, ending in a tie, and some other things that happened. But it was a really good game. And New Orleans is hanging in tough, man. But I won't mention too much about the ratings of the teams next year compared to what I have here with everything. They got they're way off in the ratings for the most part, in my opinion. But whatever, they could be totally wrong. They will change very soon into the season. It's all just bullshit. Who cares about ratings on from with the beta? I think those are wrong anyway. I think they purposely make ratings wrong, um, especially for players because they don't want to spoil that stuff. Lions, Packers, man, I really made some big changes here. The Packers, really trying to get them a win. Don't want the Lions running away with it. And the Packers, they're the first team, I think, one of the first teams that made some personnel substitutions as far as the wide receivers go. I think I got some more going on in the future. But I tried to get a certain wide receiver involved. So week 8 gave Love lofting Deadeye, normal penalty, and yes, throw ball away. West Coast power run for Jacksonville offense. They are on the Jacksonville offense because their offense also wasn't running enough. And what do we do here? Well, we ran the ball, which is good. But we got Christian Watson involved, and he was one of the big wide receivers I put in, especially in the single back formations in the slot. So almost like another tight end for extra blocking, and it seemed to really help. So that's cool, and he had a really good game. So we'll be seeing more Christian Watson in Week 9, and we'll get Kraft and Musgrave going now in those under center formations. They got two fast tight ends, so there you go. Defensively, they suck. I believe this is the first game they were out Jair Alexander, who's now on the Ravens, which is disgusting. Especially if he still has his Madden rating. So that's insane. I didn't talk about Detroit here. Keep doing that. My apologies. Detroit's just a machine, but they're annoying because they're not running the ball enough as well. Jameson Williams is the best wide receiver. It's insane how good he is. And of course, Amon-Ra, unstoppable as well. Excuse me, it's late. Um, yeah, there you go. I'm trying, Packers fans. I'm trying. I'm trying with all these teams. Every team, when I go into matchups, I set up each team the best I can to win. And, results are results. But here's a big upset result on Monday Night Football at home. The Arizona Cardinals get a big win on a desperate Rams team. It looks like old Matty Stafford has hit the wall. Maybe he's got a little bruised ego after his wife was going around town telling everybody, how she used another man in college to make him jealous or whatever that shit was. He's feeling a little cucked right now or something. He's not playing too well. But the Cardinals got him good. Kyler Murray only 165 yards passing, 3 passing touchdowns, 24 attempts. This is all about Trey Benson. 22 carries, 106 yards. He finally looked like he's putting together. I mean, he was bouncing off guys and stuff. Kyler Murray with his 68 yards rushing. But Trey Benson, big in the pass game, 4 for 34 and a touchdown. Trey McBride's a beast. We need to get Marvin Harrison more catches. Like it should be McBride, Harrison, and Benson, and whatever you get out of the rushing from Kyler Murray. So, will they be better than their record? We will see. Um, Both teams possibly. Not everyone can win. Things happen, man. And we all think we know who's gonna be bad and all that stuff. Let's talk about what we got coming up. Ugh, ugh, in week number 9, league schedule. So Seahawks and Panthers. Seahawks really need a win. Panthers, I mean, they need a win, but does it really help? I mean, they got 5 losses, like 2-5 or something, 2-6. Seahawks are reeling. They thank their quarterback, but that's Thursday night football. Then you got the Raiders and the Commanders. Very interested in this one. Second game with Geno Smith. Commanders, I hope, can get back into it. So tough matchup there for Vegas. I think it's 2 road games, and they're on the East Coast. Falcons get a reeling Miami Dolphins team. They're at home. They're going to the bye next week. I got Falcons fans already asking me when this game's going to come out. It's coming out Monday. All right, Monday. So please be patient. But I thank you for watching. And then we got the Ravens and the Steelers. Steelers' first big test is against the Ravens, in my opinion, for one Aaron Rodgers. And Steelers just picked up Aaron Rodgers not too long ago, and now the Ravens just picked up a new corner in Jair Alexander, and that is very scary. They have a phenomenal secondary. I mean, they got like 6 corners, Madden wise, that they're awesome. Titans and Saints, let's go. Titans are getting hot. Saints are very tough out. This should be a really good game. I'm interested in this one. Chargers Giants. Chargers need to keep winning. Chargers got to keep charging. And Giants are starting to leak a little bit of oil here. So we'll see. Both teams very interested in like both their playbooks. Can't wait to see that one. This one, I'm gonna tell you right now, I believe this is a very entertaining game. Both teams are so desperate for wins. I worked very hard on both these teams, and I believe it made this game very competitive, very good. You should watch this game. Same thing here. Patriots desperately need a win. Got the Dolphins. They're leaking oil. It's getting cold. It's gonna bring these two teams right back in. Patriots at home. Trying my best to fix Drake May. Drake maybe he can be good. We will see. Um, so the Bills have been on a nice run to get their record back up to a respectable mark. We'll see. Buccaneers, Rams. See, I'm not really interested in this one. I mean, this should be. I would like the Rams to win because that helps them get back to the race a little bit, gives them some hope. We'll see. But yeah, old man Brad Stafford. I'm almost calling him Bradford. How about that guy? All right, we got the Cardinals and the Jaguars. Um, Made some changes. The Cardinals, they won last week, and they are going to put an absolute fight up against the Jaguars. This is another really good game you got to watch. And the Jags, they're in danger of going 0-5 in their last 5 games, starting 4-0 and then possibly going 0-5. This game comes down the wire. It's a good game. I recommend seeing that. The Bears, we are desperately trying to fix the Bears, and they're playing one of the best teams in the NFC, but they're at home. And I can tell you that they put up a fight as well. Can't tell you who's going to win or lose, but the Bears are going to be in it in this game. Absolutely made the right changes. We got new abilities for Caleb Williams, and yeah, we did a lot of the depth chart there. We got Loveland in the slot and single back, and all kinds of good stuff. So um, you got to put up points if you're going to beat the Lions. So Bears are definitely going to put up points. I can tell you that. Browns, 49ers. I haven't played this game yet. These are the last three games I haven't done, and I will have them done very, very soon. And all this will be starting to upload tomorrow morning. And we'll be doing the Seahawks and the Panthers in the morning tomorrow. Usually I do it at night because it's a night game at 8 p.m., but the algorithm doesn't really seem to like that. So I'm going to give you guys all day to watch tomorrow. Yes, I will. Browns, 49ers. Um, they're not they're not in the same playbook, but both teams are running very well, both very good. Sure, Sanders. People hate him. People love him. People mostly hate him. So I can't wait to get some comments on these. Packers, Eagles. I mean, I don't want my Eagles losing against the Packers at home, but I might have to make a sacrifice to keep the Packers in it. I don't know. Texans, Broncos. Give me my Broncos. Broncos, baby. Let's saddle up. Yeehaw, whatever crazy shit fucking Russell Wilson said. But I'm not really a Texans fan here. Give me the Broncos. Give me the Broncos. But I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best to fix the Texans. But we'll see. What we get to learn after this advance. We get to see who are the early award winners. So that's good to see. Let's look at some stats. See who the leaders are. Jared Goff, almost 3,000 yards, followed by Cam Ward, the rookie, Joe Burrow, Jordan Love, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, touchdowns. It's Jared Goff. He's having an MVP season. Right behind him is Patrick Mahomes. Kareem is rising to the top. Joe Burrow right behind them. Bo Nix, Michael Penix, 18-6. You love to see that. Aiden O'Connell, rest in peace. 16-6. But if we need him, we got him. Jordan Love could be a different story for the Packers if he wasn't throwing 15 interceptions. Trevor Lawrence, my, what happened to that touchdown to interception ratio? What the hell happened, buddy? Jane Daniels, he's getting better. Russell Wilson starting to fade a little bit. Justin Fields is Justin Fields. Caleb Williams, can we improve him a little bit? Brock Purdy, he's got a nice little touchdown to interception ratio there. Spencer Rattler, that's what you kind of expect. Baker Mayfield, he throws interceptions against bad teams. Lamar Jackson's Lamar. Anthony Richardson, you know, getting better there. Tua, Dak, I mean, not bad. Jalen Hurts, 11 for 5. He's had a couple tough games with the interceptions, but good to see. Saquon, 127 attempts, followed by Johnny Taylor, Alvin Kamara, Quidshawn, Trey Benson. Imagine what the Cardinals could be if Trey Benson had a decent average. Yardage wise, it's Barkley, Genti, Kenneth Walker, Johnny Taylor, Brees Hall, doing a lot with a little. Touchdown leaders, rushing the ball, Ramondre still, Pacheco's catching up to him. You got quarterbacks here, Josh Allen, Anthony Richardson, Barkley, Kamara, Lamar, Josh Jacobs. Reception wise, too many tight ends, guys. Come on. I'm gonna have to start doing, since I'm doing so many substitutions. I'm gonna have to start doing this, and even if they are running the ball, to get these freaking tight ends, you know, in check. Because my man Alex does, subbing out tight ends in certain formations because they get too much play. So keep an eye on it. Still got a half of a season to go. We'll have to fix things. Jameson Williams almost at 1,000 yards already. Yeah. Could he flirt with 2,000? I bet you Madden would get him hurt before that happens. But even if he has 1,800 or 1,900 yards, I mean, we saw guys putting up 2,200 yard seasons in quick sim, so it's not that crazy. Not that crazy. Touchdown wise, JMO, leader, followed by his teammate Amon Ra, Chase, DK Metcalf, Calvin Austin, Drake London, Rashee Rice. Defensively, leader in tackles, Drew Tranquil and Fred Vana. Derek Brown, leader in tackle for losses, followed by Nick Benito and Max Crosby. Sacks are a little out of control. Hopefully that changes a little bit. Bengals have a very, very scary dynamic duo there. Patrick Surtain and Lenore, followed by Grant Delpit and Clark Phillips III, leader in interceptions. How about that? What else we got? What else? Um, we don't have. Oh, we do have yearly awards. Oh yeah, this is the big reveal. How could I bury this? How could I bury this? I look at yearly awards. Jared Goff, your MVP, followed by Lamar, Nick Benito. That'll never happen. Max Crosby, nope. Michael Penix, he should be way higher. Anthony Richardson should be way higher. We're playing games here. Shane Steichen, how about that? Coach of the year already candidate. In the AFC, you got Jamar Chase as the offensive player of the year, followed by Metcalf, Lamar, Garrett Wilson, Calvin Austin. Nick Benito, defensive player of the year, followed by Crosby, Hendrickson, and his teammate Shamar Stewart. Offensive rookie of the year, Travis Hunter, followed by RJ Harvey. Alec Amenor's over Cam Ward. Get out of here. Shamar Stewart, that's a I mean, no one's touching that. No one's catching him. No way. Lamar Jackson, the best QB, followed by Mahomes and Anthony Richardson, Joe Burrow, Bo Nix. Um, yeah, we're counting rushing stats way too much on this one. Sorry, there's better quarterbacks than that. Pacheco is the best running back over Stevenson. No way. No way. No way. Jamar Chase, best wide receiver over Metcalf and his teammate Calvin Austin. Crazy name there. And the best O line, the best D line, Crosby, Henderson, Stewart, Miles Garrett, best linebacker, Benito, Harold Landry, Patrick Surtain, and Delpit. Tarheeb Still, yeah, he's pretty good. Best kicker, Evan McPherson. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Amon Ra and Jameson Williams, followed by Drake London. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. How is Penix not higher? Or Goff? Get out of here. Lenore. Yeah. Jalen Walker might win that. Colson Levin, the best offensive rookie, followed by Matthew Golden and Tesla Ibuka. You got some really good rookies on offense on the NFC side. Jalen Walker. I think it's gonna be a runaway unless Campbell keeps getting sacks and interceptions. Michael Penix, Jared Goff, going to be a great race for the best quarterback in the NFC. Saquon, Kamara, Kenneth Walker, DeAndre Swift starting to get hot. So we got some really good running backs too here in the NFC. I I don't I don't know. I mean, the only person in my opinion, that really has a shot to catch James Williams is Amon Ra. It could be Drake London, but we'll see. If Penix stays as hot as he is, he will get very close. Best O line, of course. I think Bosa, the best defensive lineman, followed by Dorian Armstrong. How about the Panthers? Panthers, if only the Panthers are hurt by their wide receiver crew. I mean, it's a combination of their quarterback and their low overall wide receiver crew. And I don't the rookie, what's his name? Dude, I can't think of his name, but you know who it is. And you're always probably screaming at me his name. He does not play very well, and I think Cooper and the other guy play so much better. So those are the look at the early midseason awards. That's like I'm burying the lead on that one. I gotta change the title of this shit um, because this is different. Maybe I'll just put in the thumbnail. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, I'm a little silly right now. We gotta look at injuries going into week number 9. Start with the Bears. They got no. Oh, that's not what we do. Bengals. Chris Jenkins is down. That's a big one there. Chargers. Quentin Johnston. That's gonna hurt a little bit, or not. Um, Part of the reason the Dallas Cowboys aren't doing too well is they're missing Ferguson and Odigi Zua something. And one of the reasons why the Eagles and Jalen Hurts specifically are giving up a little too many sacks is and interceptions is Jordan Mailata's hurt. That's hurting them. Oh no, the injuries aren't crazy. This is also hurting the Lions. Penei Sewell. Oh yeah, we got Penei Sewell hate on Twitter. I've been seeing. I mean, he's not as good as Lane Johnson as far as pass blocking goes. The proof is in the pudding, but it doesn't matter. They're both great. Who cares? How about the Raiders? They're treading water despite losing Wilkins and Tucker. And interesting decisions to make when Tucker comes back. It must be lose a big time your best tackle in Madden because Stanley's out as well. Granderson, that really hurts for the Saints. He's one of their better players. That's why Foskey's really going off. And that's it for injuries. There you go. Teams on the bye in week 9. Bengals, Chiefs, Colts, and Jets. 4 really good teams. Well, 3 really good teams and a pretty good to decent, really decent team is off there. So what else can we do? We did stats, yearly awards, schedule, health. We did it all. We can look one last thing here: stats and awards, team stats, where they rank. Offensively, it's the Lions, Steelers, Titans, and Chiefs. Passing wise, Lions, Chiefs, Bengals, Titans. Rush wise, Colts, Chargers, Steelers, Eagles, Cardinals. Points per game wise, Chiefs are the number 1, followed by the Ravens, Lions, Steelers, Raiders. Lions have the most pass touchdowns, Chiefs, Steelers. Yeah, we should kind of know that. Most rushing touchdowns, Patriots, Chiefs. How about the Chiefs? This is why they are the top scoring team because they are up the top 3 of both. Colts, Ravens, most first downs, Chiefs, Steelers, Broncos, Lions, Packers. Defensively, Packers are the worst, Raiders are the worst, second worst, Lions. So, Cardinals, Chiefs. The best yardage wise, you got the Browns, Eagles, Panthers, Seahawks, Ravens. Most pass yards coming up, Lions, Packers, Chiefs, Jags. The least amount, Browns, Eagles, Rams, Panthers. Most rush yards given up, the Raiders, Chargers, Rams, Cardinals. The least, Steelers, Colts, Ravens, Vikings, Panthers. The most points, Chargers, Packers, Cowboys, Bears, Chiefs. Wow. The least, the Eagles, Dolphins, Colts, Texans, Falcons. Most sacks, Bengals and Saints and Eagles, Raiders. The least, the Rams, Texans. Yeah, this is a surprise on some of these. Most interceptions, the Colts, the Chargers, Jags. There's a bunch here with 14. The least, the Cowboys only have 2. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. Third down conversion rates. Are we interested in that? 63% for the Chiefs. Third down attempts. The most is the Steelers. The least is the Eagles. Hmm. Fourth down conversion rate. The Broncos are 100%, but they're only 2 for 2. Followed by the Lions and Eagles and Texans. Who's got the most attempts? The Rams. Jesus. This happens when you're losing. With the Bengals. 3 for 4 on 2-point conversion attempts. Red zone efficiency. The most red zone touchdowns goes to the Chiefs, the Broncos. Most field goals, Browns, Jaguars, and Ravens. That's what happens when you're rushing the ball. Uh, red zone points percentage. The Eagles are the most, followed by the Broncos and the Saints. Defensive red zone trips. The Broncos have the most. The Eagles are the least. Dolphins, Colts. Touchdowns allowed in the red zone. The Raiders, Chiefs, Jags. Who's giving up the least? The Browns, the Eagles. There you go. And who's giving up the most field goals? Red zone points percentage. 21% for the Browns. Browns are really good. Oh, my bad. Sealed the deal gaming. I'm sorry I missed your comment, man. I thought I was just on my own. Top 3 to 5 slow sim defensive playbooks. Which would you say is the best as well? Using Buffalo offensively, and it's pretty good. Might pass more if I can. But defense has helped blow some major leagues. Well, that's interesting because what sliders are you using? What's um, the game time you're using? I mean, you're in a really good defensive playbook if you're using the Bills. They're pretty good. Um, if you're talking about 4-3, let's see here. The Browns is really good. Colts, they're very good. Yeah, the Colts stand out for sure. Colts, Browns, and I mean the Bengals are getting a lot of sacks. Check out those. Saints are playing very well in Green Bay's defense, but I absolutely love the Colts defense and what it's doing. Helps when you're running the ball. Oh, there you go. You're there. Standard sliders, no changes. Buffalo is for offense. I mean, LA Chargers has been the go-to defensively, just trying out others to see if something is better. is if you're using the Chargers, that's 3-4. 3-4. Eagles looking it looks good. Dolphins were really hot. I liked them a lot. Can't go wrong with the Steelers. It kind of matters on personnel a little bit. Falcons has been great. I mean, those two rookies have been phenomenal ever since we switched back the Falcons defense from they were in the Steelers and we put them in Falcons defense. They've been really good. But Eagles is great. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of the Chargers. They some of that has been the turnovers by the quarterback, so it's hard to judge. Dolphins sneaky defense. Love the Giants. Absolutely love the Giants. So I hope that helps for sure. That's just who I've seen play very well. 3-4 Giants, Falcons. Who else we say? Eagles, Dolphins. There you go. And if you're going 4-3, Browns, Colts, Bengals. And running the ball helps. Running the ball helps very, very much. You're, if you're throwing too much and you're throwing interceptions, it's going to kill you in the slow sim. But, and I appreciate you checking out the channel, Seal the Deal. I hope you seal the deal in your slow sim. Oh, I got a peanut in my throat. Check the time on my new watch. I think that's it. Look out for Thursday night football tomorrow morning instead of tomorrow evening. I will upload that as soon as we get off here. Get that out there for you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. For those of you who have been subscribed, appreciate you. And yeah, go Birds, go your squad, go Falcons, rise up. I think that's what it is. Rise up. We're all gonna rise up together. And if your team is not doing very well in this demonstration of the 2025 season, slow sim league of every player, game, team, I apologize. I am trying my best, even as an Eagles fan, to get the Cowboys to play very well. It's just not looking too good, Cowboys fans. Madden, it's not feeling you. Even though they gave you a high overall rating in Madden 26, which we'll see if that is real or not. You and the 49ers. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I will see you very, very soon. I think this means, with the way the schedule is working, this coming Friday would probably be the stream, which is 4th of July. So I don't know if we'll have a stream. And if we do, it might be in the morning. We'll see. Or we'll do something for it. But yeah, I think that would be the schedule. So we'll see if that happens. All right. Well, enjoy your week. All the games for week number 9 will start flowing out here tomorrow morning and up until Thursday. Right. And there we go. All right. Later.